Good evening and welcome to Side21 and tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. If this is your first time joining us on this series, this is our evil campaign. This is where our players are not necessarily the good guys this time around. So having said that, let's go ahead and introduce our players for this evening.
My name is Jason. I'm playing Shetic, your Fey-touched wizard necromancer.
Hi, I'm Aaron Hammontre, and I'm playing Bojack Horse Puncher, a dwarf barbarian.
I'm Jaco, and I'm playing Timber 2, the Tabaxi Ranger turned rogue.
My name's Hunter Douglas, and I'm playing Vorn Lochar, the Reborn Warlock.
Alrighty, just a quick update on our video schedule. Our normal Wednesday night on Twitch will stay the same. However, if you are viewing us on YouTube, our videos will be coming out on Thursdays on YouTube now, thanks to our affiliate status on Twitch. So thank you so much for everybody that followed us on Twitch and contributed to us making that goal. We really appreciate it. We're at Side21 TV on all socials, so Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok. You can find us there. We also have a Discord server we'd love you to join. Let us know what you like. Let us know what you want to see more of, and we can get connected through those platforms. Having said that, I believe that concludes our announcements for tonight. So let's jump into tonight's episode of The Black Hand of Fate. Righty. Where last we left off, our party returning fresh off their fight with the Bone Hags and the ire of a angry deity by the name of Merkel, make their way back through the Cormanthor Forest, through the tunnels beneath the city of High Moon, the sewage system, finding a side passageway that looks like maybe it leads under the castle, but eventually taking respite in the Sanctum Spire, just below a grate that would lead them to the city streets outside the Temple of Saloon. They made their way up through the grate, standing, contemplating how to possibly get inside this temple, eventually electing to take a multi-pronged approach. Timber sneaking through the front door, the rest of them teleporting or misty stepping into the interior. Just before they did this, however, they looked around and noticed that one Damien Grimbane seemed to have departed. The presence of the vial of salt water on the ground, leading them to believe probably of his own fruition. However, players made it inside the Temple of Saloon, brought their salt water, silver, and sand into the library, and were able to unlock the mirror puzzle, the light refraction puzzle, turning the mirrors to reflect the unnatural light, but moonlight coming through these windows, even now in the dead of night, towards a pedestal in the center of the room, unlocking and exposing a staircase that opened up, circling that pillar, and led them into the basement of the Temple of Saloon, where they were met by its guardian, a planetar, a massive 8-foot celestial angel-like creature, and a massive broadsword, who offered them the choice: turn back or prove your worth. A fight ensued as Vorn slung a eldritch blast over a canyon with swirling wind mist energy, striking the creature and setting off initiative. During this battle, the planetar was able to summon forth some allies, a couple of werewolves, to help mitigate the attack here. He was clearly outnumbered. However, the battle was won, but not for free. At what cost, some might say. As Shetic Bonecaller lies unconscious on the ground, 2 failed death saves, and a heat and corrosive almost feeling about the blood's pumping through his veins. And just in the aftermath of the final werewolf falling, that is where we pick up. What would you like to do?
I'm gonna
I
rush
feed
over.
Shetic a potion.
Alrighty.
I'm gonna rush over as he does this.
So
I get to the side of the chasm and make my way across this chasm.
wake up, Shetic. You have 7 HP, and I just start shaking him after like feeding him with a bottle.
Alrighty.
I immediately I spring up and oh shit! And
We won. Calm down.
I'm gonna cast before he even says that. I'm gonna cast False Life on myself at a 4th level,
Nice.
and I'm gonna give myself
Near-death experience.
25 temporary hit points.
Fucking nice.
Yeah, clutch.
Nice.
Shetic, as you stand up, you feel the 7 and the 25. You're beginning to feel, healthier, but you are dripping sweat. You do not feel right.
Shetic, there was a lot that was going on, and I couldn't see the whole thing, but I noticed, for some reason, the wolves did not keep attacking you when you went down. And as I'm thankful, it's very curious. Do you have an idea why that might have happened?
I'm looking at you. You can acknowledge that I hear you, but I don't what you're saying is just kind of in one ear, out the other, and I'm just something's wrong. Something's really wrong.
Bojack and Vorn, please make we can do medicine or nature check here.
Okay.
Could I not
I want to make my way
try
to
to
this
make
door.
a check to see what's going on if I know what's up with myself?
I'll allow you to make one at disadvantage.
Okay.
I have a 16 nature.
I have a 14 medicine.
At disadvantage, I got a 17 nature.
With
Nice.
disadvantage? Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
Vorn and Shetic, you have certainly heard of lycanthropy. You have certainly heard of werewolves, and you have certainly heard that a bite can be contagious.
Oh man.
So I mean, I know what's up with it, but I don't know. Do you have something differently? Do I know how much time I have? What's coming?
I would need a little bit more, I think, on the check to give you too much more, but you definitely think that you have contracted something from those bites.
Who else?
And I mean, you don't know, I will say you haven't studied enough into werewolves and lycanthropy specifically to understand the effects, duration, time frame, any of that.
Would we know if this is, with our rolls, would we know if it's a disease or if it's a curse or something along those lines?
I would say that you don't.
I see. Well, I can only imagine it's a matter of time. I have something that I could try.
I'll say you know this.
Okay.
That you have heard, but you don't know anything else, but you have heard that werewolves are often tied to the cycle of the moon.
Okay.
And you are in the temple of the basement of the temple of the moon goddess.
Yeah.
Oh
woof.
snap.
Woof woof. I can only imagine it's a matter of time. I could try something. I have no clue if this will work or not, but
Let's see, where are you?
What's the
relative?
matter? What's the
I-
matter at time?
He says I can try something, and I just reach up and I grab him. Do it.
okay. Say less. I'm going to try to. We'll see if it works. At 5th level, cast Remove Curse. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end if the magic item, blah, blah, blah. That doesn't matter. So yeah, I'll cast Remove Curse on Shetic.
Okay. Is there any kind of throws or anything like that for that?
It just says, at your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object end. If the object is a cursed magic item, its curse remains, but the spell breaks its owner's attunement to the object, so it can be removed or discarded, and it's just verbal and somatic.
Yeah, unless the lycanthropy makes me think otherwise, I'm definitely not resisting it.
So I'm just going to like kind of swirl my hands and like this like kind of light green with like black like kind of like orbs in it, just push that kind of energy into his chest and hope for the best.
Shetic, you can feel the heat in your veins starting from like your fingertips and the balls of your feet begin to recede back into your body as the boiling, cursed part of your blood is redrawn to its source, to your two bite wounds. And as you have your hands, on him, like pushing this spell through his chest, you can see a black, dirty looking blood bleeding from out of his bite wounds until it's no longer black and turns to just a brief or a regular color of red, and you pull your hands back away as the curse of lycanthropy has been purged from your bloodstream.
When
Oh,
the fuck
man.
does anything like that ever work out for us?
Dude,
That's the
clutch.
dopest shit.
I was like, this is
What?
gonna be a disease for sure.
Oh man!
I was about to say I was diseased.
Holy
Yeah, I learned this spell after that happened and we leveled up, and I was like, okay, I learned my lesson.
Shetic, I will say you have one level of exhaustion.
Well,
4.
Fair, but better than nothing.
it
Hell
seems,
yeah, look
because
at you.
it seems
You
like
are
this spell is
literally
taking hold.
have lost a lot of blood pulling that out of you.
I'll just kind of take some extra
Could've been a
fabric from my
werewolf.
sack and just kind of like wrap it around the wound and just like dress it a little bit just to kind of stop the bleeding. Well, that could have been very messy for all of us.
I don't know. I
It
think
could have been sick.
It could have been
I
sick.
think he'd look
Been
rather
sick.
dope. I
I
think
mean,
he'd
I
look
wouldn't
good with
say-
a fur coat.
I wasn't totally
A
against turning
werewolf
into a
sorcerer.
werewolf, but now's not the time.
I didn't want to do it without your consent. I didn't know how you felt about it, but after your reaction, I'm glad I could help.
You got me. I fucking grabbed you and told you to do it.
That's
can
what
Can I
let's start.
open this door?
Yeah,
Oh my
so
God,
we'll
what's
say
that?
as you've been just like, okay, they're doing something to Shetic. I'm gonna go walk over here. Yeah,
Yeah,
and you
whatever.
move up to the stair, and you see the door. And as you get closer to it now, you can see just in the center, where these blue lines kind of meet. There's an indentation in the stone, kind of in the shape of like a circle, and it's about maybe an inch deep into the stone where. And I'll say it's in like the left side of the door, so it doesn't meet where, and this is like a stone door, doesn't like cross over the crack that separates the two sides of the doors. It's fully on the left side of the door, and you don't see any kind of other handle or lock or anything like that. So yeah, that's what you see as you get over there.
So it just looks like a small circle.
It's, I would say it's more like almost like 6
Fairly
inches
big.
in diameter and an inch deep. And you see a lot of the blue lines are kind of pointing like they would run into that space,
Yeah.
but just end where the indentation starts.
I call out to Bojack and I say, "Hey, bring that sword up here."
all right. And I'll go loot the planetar.
Don't fall.
Make an investigation check as you're looting the planetar, Bojack.
I kind of help Shetic up to his feet and kind of hobble over.
I got a nat 20 for a 21.
Let's go.
Perfect.
Nice.
For a 21, the sword was laying on the ground. He had dropped the sword as he was grasping at the necrotic vines, choking him. But as you kind of reach down to grab the sword up, you like look back and you can see something is like being concealed within his robes. And as you reach in there and grab it out, you find a about 6-inch in diameter stone disc that's got blue lines, like 3 on each side, kind of, that point towards the center of it.
I like
And
hold
he
it up.
doesn't seem to be carrying any kind of treasure beyond that.
So I just hold up the stone and I go, Timber, I got the sword and I think this thing's fancy.
Oh yeah, that's what we need. Throw that up here.
Yeah, Frisbee it, you won't. Across the chasm.
Don't drop it in the chasm, but throw it.
I don't think throwing it would be... What if it breaks?
Don't listen to him.
I was gonna
Don't
say,
listen
did you
to
see
me.
my eyebrow raise? I was 3 seconds from going strength check.
I'll
I'm eating
catch
this
it.
thing.
I'll
No.
catch it. Throw it.
No, I've got legs. Dwarves are natural sprinters, and I'm just gonna try to jump across and take it to him.
Sure. Do you want to take this route?
Yeah,
The
I'd
shortest
like-
distance you guys can see to get across would be right here.
I'm gonna go
Nice.
with Shetic up to this, or I guess I just helped him up, but I'm gonna walk up towards this top corner here to try to get
Yeah, I'm
across.
out of it. I'm just kind of following Vorn.
Taking this right over this route.
Yeah, and Bojack. I mean, I would say this is Bojack Horse Puncher. He can jump this gap, no problem. You see Bojack just kind of he does like a little hunker down, like almost like a cat, like shaking its butt, and jumps across, and then screams once he hits the middle platform. Wind shakes him a little, but he's like low center of gravity. He's got no issue with the wind and jumps the remainder of the way across. As you two slowly, then carefully make your way, and you guys kind of all meet up here with Timber.
I brought the sword, and I've got this weird stone he had on him.
Oh sweet. Let's stick it in this hole.
I go to stick the sword in the hole.
Oh
didn't
no,
say-
the little,
you
the
didn't
little
say
disc
what.
thing. Yeah. That's my fault. I take that one. But yeah, put the disc thing in
It
there.
was. You know him by now.
Yeah.
So I just first stab it with
Pretty fair.
the planetar sword, go like, that's not right, and then put it down and go to put the stone in.
Nice.
And as you do, you put the stone in, and I'll say, you kind of turn it in the space to where all the lines are meeting up in a way that's pretty clear that that's what it wants. And you hear the door
I'm gonna ready an
Is it-
Eldritch Blast just in case something pops out at us.
slides apart and separates. Within the room beyond, we will jump to this. Within the room beyond, you see a few things. You see a small chest in one corner of it's just a small square space. You see on the left side in the corner a small chest. On the right wall, you see a leather cord hanging from a nail, and at the bottom of that leather cord is a large, ornate key with the symbol of a moon carved into the part where you hold the key. And then the rear wall you see is... Everybody make a perception check for me.
Alright, Captain.
Not great. I got an 8.
I got a 10.
12.
4, baby.
Jeez.
We're blind.
You can see that there's some cracks in the rear wall. Even with those low checks, can't really tell what's going on. But that rear wall looks kind of damaged.
Okay. Well,
Okay.
I assume that this, and I'll like go to reach for the key that's hanging. Isn't the key that we're looking for? Maybe it's in this chest. I wanna.
Oh, did you just grab that key?
Yeah.
Okay.
I grab the key off the wall, and I'll hand it to Timber, who I assume is like right next to me, and then I'm just gonna like bend down and kind of just like check the chest and make sure it's like not kind of like trapped in any way.
Make a history check first.
Oh, okay.
Hey, what the fancy looking key you got?
14.
I think a 14 is enough for this. This is it's the style of this key looks almost identical to the one that was found in the basement of the Temple of Rilifane Rolithil.
You know, at a closer look, I think this is the keyword we're looking for.
I want to check out this chest, though.
Yeah, go ahead and
Yeah,
pocket
so
it.
what's with this chest?
Okay, so I say you guys make an investigation check on the chest because you're checking it for traps. We'll say, Timber, you're helping with that.
I'm helping.
Is
So-
it,
Yeah,
is
you
it-
guys are both checking for traps at the moment.
Oh, I did a 16
Okay.
investigation.
and then was it me or Bojack? Did you say you were checking it too? Or
No, it was you.
okay, I'm just
Yeah.
making sure. Sorry, I thought I missed something. Mine is going to be a 23.
Nice.
With a 23, this chest does not appear to be trapped. It is, however, locked.
Okay. Seems safe enough if you want to venture forth.
Yeah, can I try to pick it? Or, yeah, let's try to pick
Yeah.
it.
Rogue style.
And I say this is a
that's-
small chest. This is a chest that is maybe just about 1.5 feet in length and maybe like another 8 inches deep and like 8 inches tall. It's definitely a smaller chest.
I got a 17.
With a 17, you are futzing with it, and you're able to get like the very back tumbler and the 2 in the front, but the third one, it's just you can't. It's just sticking, and it's like it feels like almost like it's rusted or something inside the lock, and it's not giving way to your thieves' tools.
Do we want to try the key that we just got?
Once he says that, I just try to punch through the top of the chest.
Nice.
Just
Okay,
like Kratos, just like smash in through it.
Make a make a strength check for me, please, Bojack.
With pleasure. It's a nat 20 for a 24.
Nice.
I'm on fire today.
As you look at this little chest, you're like, this is a puny storage container. I will not be defeated by a rusted lock. And you smash your fist down into it. And the DC for this was 20 on the strength check as your fist smashes through the top of this chest. And you can, you just like rip off the entire like lid of the chest.
That's how you lockpick.
And inside, you find 5 identical stones. They are clear in color, much like diamonds, and they are all shaped in the shape of a crescent moon.
Oh.
And as you pick one of them up, you feel this is a 3 to 5 ounce diamond, and there's 5 of them.
Oh,
Moon-shaped, like crescent-shaped diamonds.
Mhm.
Oh, that's so sick.
Ooh.
that's sick. Right, well, we can't spend these here, so Shetic, have a diamond. And I just like throw diamonds at people.
One of your companions is gone, so I guess you keep 2 and give 1 to the rest. Is that what you're doing?
I'll
I figured I'd
gladly
just be
take
like-
a second for a spell component if you.
Yeah, why not? I don't need gold in this place. Fuck this. I want gold, not diamonds. And I just like toss my diamonds to people.
I'll definitely take 2.
All right, so yeah,
Awesome.
I know
You guys-
what trapped money looks like.
everybody make a let's do a
Stealth.
No, definitely not stealth. Let's call it a. I think perception is the best.
Okay.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
All right. So
That's an 8.
14.
I rolled another 2.
I got a nat 20.
13.
Nice.
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 All of you kind of looking at these diamonds in your hands on the nat 20 for sure. You would guess that these are probably worth 500 to 700 gold each.
Ooh.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm gonna relay that to everyone, and
But Bojack doesn't know that, right?
I'm gonna relay that
I
to
mean,
everyone.
I only got an 8, so I want my
I
gold.
think Bojack gives a shit.
I just need enough gold for food and drink.
I think Bojack thinks these are jewelry.
Yeah. I still want to buy that bow, so this is going to help me out.
Perfect.
All right. Should we look at this cracked wall in the back here?
It does seem a bit out of place, doesn't it?
I mean, this whole temple is pretty nice, except for this wall.
There could be another wind chasm behind it.
I was gonna say, you call the death cat, like the death gap, nice?
Or I'm just thinking that maybe this is a way out, maybe.
I'm with Timber. I think that might be a way out without having to throw a dwarf through a window upstairs.
I want to get close to the wall and kind of just get down and like really like listen and kind of feel the crack, see if I can like feel any like gusts of wind coming through it or hear anything on the other side.
Make an investigation check, please.
Hi, Kevin. Come on, baby. 12.
With a 12, I will say you don't hear anything. You certainly can't see through it, but what you do when you get really close to this opening, these little cracks in the wall, you smell something, and it smells pretty familiar to you because you have spent a lot of time recently in the sewers of High Moon, and you smell that
Audit.
dirty water kind of smell. And it maybe with a 12 it wouldn't be so like right to your head, but because you were just in there, you're like, smells just like it did in the sewers last night.
I think Timber, you're right. This could be our way back out of here. Turn to Bojack. Would you do the honors? Take a step back.
Right. So I just had one consideration. We did leave a staircase down here. Do we want to break a wall into the spot we've been using to hide out?
That's smart thinking, Bojack.
I
point.
very rarely
Go
break
bust a
walls.
window.
I would love to break a wall, but I also know we left evidence.
Did the like statue like when we went down close behind us, or did it like was still open?
Timber, you're sneaky. Maybe you go up and turn the mirrors back, and then we break the wall. Sneak out. If you think
Yeah,
Could you
I
turn
can
the
probably
mirrors
sneak
back
out.
and-
I could probably
fair.
sneak out the door afterwards.
I mean, in worst comes to worst, you turn the mirror, the stairs don't go away, and then we're back to really step one. I mean, break a window and let's go.
Yeah.
Also,
okay, I
the
can make my
sewers
way
are
back up.
I will say the sewers are vast. Obviously, we've been through a lot of them, but not nearly most of them. And you know, the chances of us, I'd rather come into an encounter like that down here in the sewers than up above where everyone can see and there's reinforcements.
Oh, good
Well-
point.
Well, I mean, that my thought is if Timber can get to the top of the stairs, close the staircase, and sneak out, even worst case scenario, he gets caught. It's probably easier for one person to kind of explain their way out of it than all of us.
And we still look like guards.
Yeah, I mean, bloody guards, maybe. I don't know if I do after.
I do
Actually,
not.
yeah,
I'm
this-
clean. I didn't even get touched.
Yeah, Timber's good.
Well,
Brave
Yeah, how
Timber.
good's this
Bravester Timber.
highfalutin's disguised fur?
so you're gonna go
Bojack is, I mean,
I'm covered in blood.
drenched.
yeah, like he looks like something out of a horror movie right now.
But does
Right,
the
so I
illusion
guess-
cover that up, or does it like splatter onto the illusion? I just kind of thought
Great
about that.
question.
I didn't think about that
I think with the heat that's already out there right now, we should definitely shut that staircase so that they don't go looking down there. You know what I mean?
I think at the very least, because I mean, worst comes to worst, I can try to fireball this wall and blow it up.
Oh, trust me, I got the wall if we want to go through the wall.
So yeah, I mean, it doesn't make sense for more than one person to go close the staircase. And of everyone here, I feel Timber is definitely the most qualified to be able to sneak out.
I could also take
I look.
Or
a
maybe
lot of
Corn, because he can turn invisible.
I was just thinking that.
And he can dimension door back out, can't you?
I'm a bit exhausted with my magicka currently, but
You can't turn invisible.
I can do that. That is very simple. Dimension door is just a little higher level. Takes a little bit more energy, and I'll need some rest before. I
Yeah,
can
you're
do
not
that again.
strong. Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah, I get it.
I'll say I'm definitely not the sneaky one.
Well, sure. So I can go. I'll go try to close the staircase and come back down here, and then we can go through the wall.
Right, good for me.
I mean, if
Perfect.
you close the staircase, how are you getting
Oh.
back down?
Maybe
Yeah,
I
you're
can-
not getting back down. You have to go out the door.
Yeah, you're up.
Oh. All right. Well.
Or I can do it. I'm not scared.
I'm
Do you think
not
I'm scared? 'Cause I'm not.
I say we just
If
Okay.
you're scared, you don't have
I'm
to worry
not.
about it. I'll do
I walk
it.
out the room.
hold on. No, no,
and
come
go
back.
invisible.
No, meet us at the slums.
I'm just outside the door, so I guess I'll have to hear that.
Okay, yeah. You hear "Meet us at the slums" as you vanish from sight of the other four and head back up to turn the mirrors. We'll say narratively, fairly easy to get back across the chasm of windy abyssness and head back up the spiral staircase. Turn one of the mirrors.
And I want to try
How
to
do you do
dive.
it?
I want to like do it, but like prep myself to like, if it's not going to close super fast, I want to try to dive back in.
Okay. So the
It's
way that it
closing
works,
upward.
yeah, it starts at the bottom.
Go ahead.
I mean,
Go
I
ahead,
will-
try it.
I will give you the opportunity. I will say the DC is outrageous.
No, I saw the way it opened, so I would just like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't do that, but yeah, I'll just close it back.
Are you going to turn both the mirrors to their original position, or are you just moving one?
I'll turn
to
both of the
break that
mirrors.
connection?
I'll turn both the mirrors back to their original location, and then I'll try to see if I can I'm trying to see if I can just like scoop some of the silver back out of the box.
Empty those boxes, boy.
Oh my god,
At
that's
least the
amazing.
water. They didn't check
You-
the silver.
You're the one that put the silver in there. So when you go back to this box, you see it as you're turning the mirror. This is it's like a stone box, and there may be a reason that Bojack's single coin was not removed from it. So if you would like to try and break the box, you think that may be the only way to retrieve that silver.
Okay, it's like a really small slit that I couldn't like.
Yeah, it's like a coin. Like
You drop your
piggy
phone
bank.
in between the seat and you're just trying to like grab it with
It's
two
gone.
fingers.
And it's
It's
gone.
like the space is like only big enough to like put a coin through.
Okay. Yeah, I'll just leave it then.
What would be even funnier is if we can't break the wall.
I'm
And then
just
we
like-
just don't know.
Where the fuck are they? Let's see if I make it out of here.
I would hope you
What are
figured it
you
out after a
doing
while.
to after you fuck around with the mirror and the box for a minute? How are you proceeding?
So I am invisible. What I'm going to do is, so I'm gonna get close up to the door. I'm gonna try to take a quick, like little peek, invisible, out and to see if I can gather like what's going on in front as far as those guards are, where they
Make
are.
a perception check.
Okay,
Come on, you got this.
I got it. Natural 19 for a 23.
Fuck
With a
yes.
19, you see pretty similar scene to what you guys saw when you came in. Firstly, especially with that, you notice this street in front of the Temple of Saloon doesn't appear to be part of the, at least all the times that you guys have looked on it this evening, doesn't appear to be part of the regular patrol pathway. And you think perhaps that's because the city is aware that at the Tablets of Fate there is a stationed guard presence at all times. So would be a little bit maybe redundant to have a patrol coming through this area. But yeah, you were able to crack the door ever so slightly, and actually make a stealth check with advantage because you're invisible.
Okay. Well, if it's okay, I really just wanted to, before I crack the door, just like to look through that front window and kind of gather that information before I actually open the
Okay.
door.
I misunderstood. I thought you said you cracked the door.
Oh, sorry.
So roll one more d20 for me
Okay.
on a perception check.
Okay. Perception. That one is going to be a 21.
Okay, so both really good.
Nice.
Yeah, so you're able to find this little corner of the front window to the right of the door where the stain has over time kind of worn off, and it's exposed more of just like a piece of clear glass. And you're able to like get down and kind of like you're a tall person, and this is like near the lower part of the window, so you almost have to get down on like your hands and knees to like get a little peek through the bottom of this corner of the window. But what you see out there is kind of how I described. It doesn't seem like any guard patrols passing by or anything like that. And you see the same three guards that Timber saw that appear to be the night shift here of the temple, or the Tablets of Fate guards. You see them like they seem to be hyper focused on the tablets and that structure. They're not really looking across the street towards the temple.
Okay, then at that point I will invisible kind of just crack the door and slip out and go back into the alley.
Okay. All right. As Vorn, you invisibly fade back into the night in the streets and alleyways of the city of High Moon. We cut back down into the basement. You guys have heard the staircase recede behind you, and now no way out that you can see. What are we going to do?
All right. Some wizard, do something here.
You watch Bojack like ready his great axe and just like take that deep breath and wants to enter a rage and attack the wall.
I will just say make a strength check for me, please. And I'll say since you're raging, I'll give you advantage on it. I think that's how it works anyway.
Nice.
Good, because I needed it. I got a 19.
With a 19, how are you? Describe to me what you're doing exactly with your axe here.
So I kind of imagine, since it's like a double-sided axe, Bojack's like taking it and just going like eyeing a spot where he thinks it's weak and just hucking it into it and then using it like a pry bar. You watch him like work it sideways, and he's just trying to use his axe to get a bigger hole gapped.
And after like a minute of you doing that, you're able to get like a chunk, maybe the size of like a cantaloupe out of the wall, but it is not giving way
Oh man, we're
completely.
dead.
Bojack, watch out.
Okay, well, I made a hole and you can see through it, so I'll take a step back. Yep,
I'm telling them like step way back, and when
He didn't say how big the room is. He said I cast fireball.
how big is this room actually?
It is only maybe like it's probably like around 10 feet deep, as far as where you entered this room and where the cracked wall is, but maybe only like 6 feet wide. It's a pretty narrow and small space.
I
Only
go
was
out
housing a
by
key in the chest.
the chasm.
Actually, I kind of want to do the same. I want to go back out to the chasm, and I want to let me see here.
Oh, okay, we're leaving the room then. All right, I'll follow.
No, I want.
Well, you can stay in if you want.
No.
I ain't staying in this room alone. I don't know what the hell he's doing. You're not here. I'm just talking to myself.
So yeah, with a 20-foot like radius on fireball, there's no one in that room. Am I able to like kind of shoot it through the door at the wall? Is it in sight and feasible?
Absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
Blast it.
God. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna tell Bojack get out of the room, and I'm gonna stand back, kind of look at
Try
the
to be
door,
quiet.
and it's not gonna be. And I'm gonna cast fireball at a 4th level. Use my last 4th level slot there. I'm gonna aim it just below where Bojack took out his little chunk.
Roll to hit.
The wall needs to make a DC 16 dex, please.
Okay. In that case, roll damage. As the wall has a dexterity score of -16, so
That's gonna be 39 points of damage.
Holy
shit,
the fireball.
you guys, you're standing back here. I'll pull this back up real quick. You're kind of
Lord.
standing back in this area back here, right? Oh shit. Anyways, you're standing back here. The rest of you guys clear the way. You see fireball scorch through this open doorway into the room, and it just you hear like this loud explosion, and you can hear the sound of like rock crumbling. And as the smoke clears from the area, that wall is no longer there, and you can see the interior that is very reminiscent of the sewer sections that you had walked through previously beyond.
Oh yeah, I softened it up for you. Look at that. We make a great team.
Yeah,
Truly.
let's bail.
Okay, yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I'm not getting stuck in a basement. That's for sure.
Now, let me just be clear. I had the key, or
I put the key in my
It's Vorn.
pouch.
Yeah, Vorn has
oh,
the
okay,
key.
gotcha.
I'm not
okay.
sure who has the other key.
The
didn't
tree
we stash
key is
it
in the
in,
chest in the Sanctum Spire.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, that's what I thought.
All right. Do we
Okay.
have an idea? Like these
And then
sewers,
there was
are they-
one.
Are these sewers kind of running along the path of the road, or do we have an idea? Of where we
You
might
don't have
be?
any idea where this led out in the sewers.
We do.
I mean,
oh,
you
there,
can-
never mind.
I want to look.
We
I want to look for like maybe a sewer grate or something that someone could peek out and get an idea of where we are in the city, maybe.
I would say you guys, can walk. And actually, I'll say as you come out to the south, ish, what you perceive to be the south to your left, I'll say, about 50 feet down, you can see some torchlight streaming down through a sewer grate coming from the ceiling.
Okay.
Look at there. There's some light. Want to take a gander?
Yeah, let's take a gander of where we're at for sure.
You're the stealthy one.
Yeah, let me
First turn,
let me
you.
climb up there and sneak a peek a little bit.
Yeah, as you open the grate, you, for the first time, as you pop up right here, look out this grate and across the street and see a building burnt to the ground.
Oh, it's
the-
burnt to the ground. Look at it.
Oh shit!
That's sick.
Oh man,
That's been there. I can't believe you don't see that.
Yeah,
Oh,
I had,
nope,
hadn't noticed
I've
that.
seen
My
it.
focus has been
I
like
had
everywhere
noticed
but
it.
there.
I
To be fair, we
remade the
haven't-
map
we haven't
after you
found
burnt that building
since we
down.
murdered and burned that person.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
because I don't recognize a burnt down building in this place,
Oh,
I come down and I'm like, I don't really know where we are.
I will say as well,
someone
in
else
this alley
can
that
take
you
a
came
look.
up, you did see the telltale of like
Okay.
aesthetic of these buildings with the sapphire tiled
Yeah.
roofing.
With that, he doesn't
Okay,
know where
so
he's at.
I-
I'm gonna pop up and take a look. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, man. My bad.
Yeah, I mean, with that, I feel like we would be by the museum. So we're way off where
Yeah,
we
you actually do. Looking to the right, you can see the museum.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm good with being way off, and now we know which direction we need to head at least.
Oh yeah, head
So
north
let's head north.
into the great
then-
stinky unknown.
Yeah.
Yeah, these storm
Alright.
drains are Blackwater. What's up with these?
Like the water in them.
Yeah, are they storm drains? Are they gray water? Are they black water? Like, what type of sewers are these?
They're pretty
fair.
gross.
It stinks.
Gross.
Brown water. Don't let it get on you.
It's on you.
Oh no, I'm covered in it.
All right, so are
So
you guys
we
going to
told-
proceed north through the sewers?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, we told Corn that we're gonna go to the slum, so let's head north.
Okay, as you guys set off, Vorn, you are now back in the alley behind the Temple of Saloon where you guys were contemplating the window beneath the moon and stars. What would you like to do?
So
Invisible.
still invisible. I'm going to not rush at all, just like really slowly take my time and try to probably just move straight west to this side of the alley, and then kind of just like beeline this way, trying to look out for guard patrols, and if I can maybe time it to go like in between them or something.
Yeah, with invisibility, I would say fairly easy to time your steps, but just for the hell of it, make a stealth check with advantage for me, just in case you got that natty one in you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you do.
Don't do it.
Natural 20-26.
Oh Jesus.
That's the opposite. You move through the streets with a sense of confidence, no hesitation in any of your movements. You wait at the exact corner for the exact right amount of time. You make 100% positive that not a single patrolling guard is looking behind them or checking the footprints that you may be leaving in any of the dirtier parts of the streets. You round the west side of the castle district, pass by under the shadow of the stadium. Beautiful night. The moon is high. Could have been interesting. But you move to the back corner of the slums, and you find yourself above the grate from whence you originally entered the city. Everybody else, I need somebody to roll a d20 as you make your way through the sewers as a trio.
I'll do it.
Okay, go for it.
Sick, go for it.
And that's gonna be a big old 10.
Right in the middle.
It's a strong 10 though.
It's
Honestly.
it's a unique 10.
It's
It
like
is.
if there was 10, it's like closer to 11.
I will say on a 10, you guys proceed north, and you come to a section where there are a lot of grates in succession of one another. So I would say, yeah, you're going north, and then you get to a section where there's like every 10 feet there's a grate. So there's probably 4 in total that are just one after the other. And then just beyond those 4 grates is an intersection, a 4-way intersection.
Okay, someone want to stick their head up?
Why does this look sketchy as all hell?
It does.
I guess I'll stick my head up. and
Yeah,
see
do
where we're
it.
at.
As you stick your head up, you're before you even open it, you can see a tall structure on the outside of these gates, and you smell something that you're not really used to smelling in High Moon, at least thus far, and it is this smell of like fresh cut grass. And you can stick your head up just a little bit, and you see that you have popped up right here inside
sweet.
the field of the arena here in High Moon.
Cool.
I've always wanted to come here.
I mean, you said it's a 4-way, right? That we're at.
You
like
see
an
these 4
intersection.
grates that are kind of on the edge here. There may be some gladiator fighting going on in the arena, and perhaps this is a way for them to dispose of blood and things like that. But yeah, and you see just beyond, there's a 4-way intersection in the sewers.
Oh, so cool. This is where the blood trough goes.
Yep, we're in the arena blood trough. Look at all the viscera around us. It's beautiful. And yeah,
So,
we're gonna go to the 4-way, and I mean, what do you guys think? I maybe we cut west and then we can go north and meet them in our corner, or do we
That
keep going
sounds-
north and then cut west? I don't know.
Nah, I like the sound of the first one.
All right,
Okay.
You always go west first.
that is true.
Okay, so Shetic or Bojack, roll a d20 for me.
I'll do it.
Get it, Bojack.
Higher than a 10, please.
Nope, that's a 2.
As you are making your way through this section of the sewer,
Oh, man.
you come to this
Oh,
space
snap.
where you are crossing right around here. Can you guys see this?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm right here.
And you see
What did you do?
Oh,
Oh.
not great.
What is that? It's happy.
a cube of what looks like gelatin in the water. It has, you can see like a helmet that you can, it's like very opaque, and you can see like a helmet and a sword and some bones are just kind of floating within the body of this creature. And it looks up at you guys and goes, and I need all three of you to roll initiative, please.
Hey.
Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry.
I like the part where it said squish.
I rolled 2 nat 20s.
Oof.
I rolled a nat 1.
Oof.
I got a 19.
Okay.
So
my
I got a
total is
28 on my initiative.
Sick. I got a 6.
I rolled like
Um,
5 nat 20s today. What the hell?
Who's diving inside it? Just
Period.
floating around in jello.
Hopefully nobody dies.
I quick saved earlier though, right? I'm pretty
man.
sure I did.
Yeah, right at the intersection. Yeah, I think I remember.
Yeah,
this one.
yeah. I quick
I
saved.
cannot roll initiative to save my life. Bojack.
I got a 28.
Timber.
19.
Sheesh, shut it.
6.
What's your dex?
13.
That's much higher. Okay. Bojack, you are first to act. You see this jelly-like gelatinous cube in the sewer water, and it's got like a sickly green color. You see like there might be something else in there floating, and it looks up at you and goes, "Quick!" What would you like to do?
You see, he kind of goes like, ugh, and he goes to like reach for his 2 hand axes and realized he forgot to collect them from the last fight.
Oh,
So-
no.
So he pulls out a hand axe and a dagger, and just starts throwing them at this thing.
Okay, roll to hit.
He takes that deep breath, and you hear that rage scream through, and that's my last one. Using everything I've got in this case. So, first I'm throwing the hand axe. Of course. I got a 26 to hit,
Definitely hits.
and I did 8 damage.
All right, and your hand axe disappears inside the cube.
Oh dang.
I've got advantage from the Vex from the hand axe. I'm just gonna throw a dagger at it.
Okay.
Got the like, ugh. Yeah, it goes in and I'm like, ugh, and just do like a quick underhand throw for the dagger. I got a 23.
23 hits as your dagger sinks into this gelatinous cube and disappears.
And I did 9 damage.
All right, anything else for your turn, Bojack?
That's just my turn. I just like stand my ground here with my friends, wait and see what they do.
And you know, this cube doesn't really have a face, but it shudders and like flings up some sewer water like all around it. Timber.
Can I dip behind these here rocks
Sure.
up here in the corner? And now this is a super long shot, but during this time, above us, would Corn be about 120 feet from us? I wonder.
No.
No, I got us lost. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you did. All right, well, I'm going to shoot my longbow at it.
Nice.
I don't know how much my bow is gonna do to this thing, but we're gonna try. That's gonna be a 13 to hit.
A 13 hits.
Oh wow. Okay, sweet.
You would have to do real bad to miss this thing. It's like
All
10
right.
feet wide, 10 feet tall, and just like
Sweet.
lob. Yeah.
And did Bojack's it gave damage, right?
It
so
did,
I can
yeah.
use
I mean, it
Philosopher
seemed that you
Flare?
saw it shudder and kick up sewer water.
Okay, so that's 12 damage plus another 4, so 16 total damage.
Got it.
And then I'm gonna shoot again, which is gonna be a 21 to hit,
Hits.
and that's gonna be another 9 damage. And then I'm going to bonus action hide behind these rocks.
Yeah. No, I'm not even gonna make you roll for it. This thing's passive perception is ridiculous. I mean, there's no.
I want to roll
It's
anyways.
so
I'm gonna
hard.
do it.
All right, roll stealth
17.
check. Yeah, you beat it.
Sorry,
By 9. By 9. Shetic, you're up.
Natural 1. Yeah, you beat it.
I'm gonna pull out the diamond that we just got a little bit ago, and I'm gonna hand it over to Bojack, and I'm just gonna say, use this to help revivify me if this goes south. And I'm gonna run. I'm gonna take my full movement, and I'm gonna dive headfirst into the gelatinous cube.
Oh yeah, my guy.
Yeah, let's go.
Do it.
Okay, so the
What's
first thing I
happening?
need you to do, as you get to like right here within diving distance, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
You still have
An
7 health,
11.
right?
11 is good. Was a DC 10, and you dive into this cube.
I am
Okay.
immediately, as soon as I'm in this cube, you're gonna see my finger like a glow almost at my finger, and I'm just gonna run it up, like from kind of just pointing down and just run it up, and I'm gonna cast Krail's Rupture, and you're just gonna see basically like this thing just split, and I'm just gonna come through on the other side of it, and that's a DC 16 con save.
This is the thing. The thing you want to
Okay,
use on
I
that.
need to read this spell.
Yeah, what the hell are you doing?
This is the is he touching me spell.
Uh huh.
Oh my
exactly
god, no,
what this
really?
is.
What's it called?
Krail's Rupture, Krails.
I see it.
Yeah, what is this freaking thing?
Dude, Necromancy's a fucking dope ass school of magic.
Nice.
Okay, what's the con save?
16.
That is an 18 on the dice.
Alright, so it's gonna take
Oh.
13 points of necrotic damage, and I'm gonna just step out from the other side of it.
As you step, it takes the damage for sure. Puts
But
it
then
there.
you fall prone.
Yeah,
No,
that's
but
okay.
you are going to, as you enter the space on the inside of this thing's body, you do take. That's a very good damage roll.
That's not
13 acid damage.
Boop, 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 boop.
Anything else for your turn? As you're now covered in dirty sewer water and acid jelly.
Ugh.
It was a pretty sweet move, though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty sick.
It was sick.
No, that's gonna be my turn.
All right, cool. So you are no longer inside it; you're behind it. We'll say you got it to like here. It is going to turn around and look at you, and it is going to. What's its movement? I need you to make a dexterity saving throw as this creature occupies the same space that you're in.
14.
With a 14, you can choose to be pushed back 5 feet or to the side of the cube.
I guess to the side of the cube. Sure.
So we'll say it pushes you right here. And so yeah, it tried to swallow you up, and it did not succeed. So that's gonna end its turn. Bojack.
Oof.
Since I've used just about every thrown weapon I have, you watch him now take out his great sword, and he charges the cube.
All right, so 5, 10, we'll say just a short jump here, 15, 20, put you in range. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw, please.
Would this be a poisoned condition?
It sure would.
I actually have advantage on that, but I got a 23 on my first roll.
More than enough.
So, all right. No sickness can stop me. Roar! And I that was the great axe. That's the wrong button.
That curse. Fucked you up.
18 to hit.
18 definitely hits.
21 damage.
21 damage is quite a bit, and this thing is looking rough. You see it's more of a gelatinous, odd-looking shape now that you've hacked some pieces off of it. Not too cubey these days. Anything else, Bojack?
And then just take my last swing at it, and that's a nat 20.
Let's go.
With a natural 20, roll some damage.
Nice, dude.
25.
25 damage. You chop this thing up like you just I'll say narratively, it wasn't even this last swing. It was just it was like you were cutting your way through the jungle. I mean, you guys see just like little chunks of like green jelly like flying off this thing left and right, and it perishes and becomes so immaterial and small in its pieces that it sinks below the water, dead to it.
Nice.
Right, my bad, fellows. Sorry, had to clean up my mess.
No, that was good. In what world do we live in when Shetic is our tank and Bojack's our healer?
Oh my god, that's so true. Jesus.
I mean, hey, I saw an opportunity. I wanted to take it.
Yeah, no, it was sick. I'm proud of you for it.
It's great, dude. What a dive! I had a
Alright.
tear well in my eye.
Those 25 temporary hit points came in clutch.
Oh,
Super clutch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You had that. I was like, he's only at 7 the last time I heard. Remember you knew.
Yeah, I had the 25 temp.
Yeah. Nice.
I
All
just
right, let's
you know,
make
when
our way
Jason
to
says
the
he's jumping
swans.
in the cube. I'm like, that makes sense.
Run it.
All right. So you guys, I will say, have encountered your encounter and are able to make your way back to a more familiar place in the sewers. And as you are getting back there, you see one Vorn Lochar kind of leaned up against the wall, not far from the illusory wall that leads into the tunnel heading to the forest. And as you guys join back up here, 2 keys in hand, what would you like to do?
Vorn, I killed a cube!
It was just like a cute, like an ice cube.
I mean, it tried to eat Shetic.
I love.
No, Shetic jumped in his
Bojack
mouth.
and
I was
Shetic
saying-
for.
It did not. It didn't try to eat me. I let it eat me.
It was
It was
awesome.
one of my
was
proudest
well done.
moments.
Yeah.
It sounds pretty pride worthy, I suppose.
Where's the
Make sure you
door?
get your diamond back from Bojack, though.
Yeah, I told
Oh,
him to
yeah.
give it back. I don't know if he did.
Oh yeah, here. I almost dropped it in my rage. I apologize.
Vaughn, can you open the door? I'd like to walk off and get some sleep.
Sure. What? So I know when we got out of the sewer and like approached the temple, it was like middle of the night / early morning, because we were going for like the middle of the night kind of thing. Do we have a gauge on like what about time it is or how much time has passed since then?
I would say you have a feeling that it is approaching morning. Like you think the people here in the city of High Moon may be beginning to stir and begin business for the day any minute now.
Yeah, let's get out of these sewers and away from that damned sunlight that's going to be coming through. I'll go ahead and poke out the ring and just like place it kind of like perpendicular on the wall that's right next to the illusory wall. Just kind of set it right there, so it's like good frame of reference of where it is, and yeah, pop open the sanctum and walk in.
Wait.
Oh yeah, much appreciated.
I'm
Yeah.
grabbing a granola bar and going to the baths.
Granola bar.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll do the same. Head to the baths, get this stink off me.
Oh, I bathed in the blood of my enemies. Are you telling me this isn't good?
I cast Fireball at Bojack. No, I'm just playing.
I'll go ahead and drop the steaming as well once we're into the sanctum.
Oh, yes. All right.
Ah, very good.
Ah.
Yes, back
Oh,
to you and all your fuzzy glory.
My beauty is back.
And this is when I noticed just how completely soaked I am in blood. And I'm like, wow, you weren't kidding. I might need a bath after all.
Yeah, so go take a bath, maybe a little short rest while we're kind of hanging out right here.
Short rest.
Yeah, I know. I just don't know what.
Short rest.
So, do we have any other plans for this evening? We've got the second key. We have one
But
more.
we still don't really know how to get into the other temple. We don't know where the entrance is.
Yeah, the Mithrine Saroth Temple.
Yeah.
Oh, the Mithrine
Are
Saroth
you-
Temple. Excuse me.
Are you
voice
guys
crack.
even sure it's that one?
Absolutely sure. I was guided by my deity to that location, so.
Well, gods have lied to us before. We know.
I mean, they did
This is-
say clutter on a desk or whatever, and it took 8 desks to find it, you said.
There was a desk that had clutter on it, though.
This
They
is
could have
very
been a
true.
little more specific.
This is true. Well, is there anything else? I'll kind of like turn over towards one of the servants. Give the temperature a little bit more up. Is there anything else we need to do this evening? Any studying, any training, any do we need to work out anything? I mean, we can talk about how we're gonna figure out where this entrance to under the temple is, but other than that,
I would like to look through Corn's library for like some sort of spell book in some fashion.
If you're asking Shetic anything, you look over at him and you see, like, he's clinging onto consciousness in this bathtub.
Timber, make an investigation check.
yeah, sure. I was gonna roll a hit dice.
That's gonna be a 15.
You find books that are, magic theory. You find history of conjuration. You find, a biography of a wizard who made his way into the Underdark and was accepted amongst the Drow, which is extremely unusual, but no spell books.
Mm. Okay. Cool.
I'm just doing knife tricks in the bath until I'm done.
Don't drop that thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna finish up. I want to head to my room. I want to cast Layman's Tiny Hut as a ritual to block the door.
I want that. I want that art so bad. Of Bojack doing knife tricks in the fucking tub.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
basically locking my door with Layman's Tiny Hut and I'm knocking out.
Got it.
Well, I guess we can discuss that in the morning.
I mean, we gotta kill daylight anyway, so.
This is true. Timber, are you looking for anything specific?
No, I was just thinking about my druidic roots and how my father always used to like cast such awesome spells, and I was, I think it'd be handy if I had a little bit more in my arsenal. So I was just reaching for the stars, basically.
Well, you may not be too far off. Often, if you don't mind me saying, a magic unless you have a sorceress nature, not most people are born with the magic. Often get it from somewhere, a deity, some kind of learning nature. Being you want to learn more druidic spells or magic, maybe spending more time in nature could help you with that.
Yeah. Maybe. I prefer the sewers, though.
Well, shit water is nature too, I guess. Grab a towel and just walk out to the...
I'm more of an urban kind of cat.
As
But-
you guys... Oh, go ahead, sorry.
But maybe after, I'll speak to my father and see if there's something that he can teach me more.
Sure. I'm gonna kind of get back dressed and make my way to the front of the sanctum and then kind of poke my head out, and I'm just going to cast message, and I'm gonna kind of point either way and try to cast message out to Damien, and just see if I can reach any kind of connection there.
What do you say?
So I'm gonna reach out, maybe just like to down the way that would be in towards the city, as opposed to out of the wall, and I'll just say, Damien, mission success. We're back near the illusion of the wall in the sewer. I'm not sure where you went, but meet us back if you can.
There is no response.
Okay. I'll probably just because since it's a cantrip, right? I'm not tripping.
You have message as a
That's
cantrip, yes.
Yeah. Okay. I'll just probably try that a couple more times. If I don't hear anything, then in different directions. If I don't hear anything, I'll just go back inside.
Anybody else like to do anything before the evening is come to a close?
I feel like I eat so much bacon, and then I just go take a well-deserved sleep.
Yeah. I eat and go to bed.
We'll say Bojack, Shetic, and Timber fall asleep first. And as Vorn messages out to his friends, he gets no response each time this evening, and eventually gives up and begins to rest. And that is where we will end tonight's episode.
Oh, yeah,
Jeez.
GG.
That was nice.
Jeez.
A
A
very
lot of fun.
chill ending compared to what we've been
Finally.
so far
Yeah, for sure.
for now.
I mean, we did have to murder a slime because my bad, but
See, this is what I'm saying. Like, you just let me do crazy shit, and I usually have a plan. Doesn't mean it's always going to come through.
my
Oh,
plans
good.
work just fine. You hit it, and then you hit it harder.
GG's.
GG's, guys.
GG's, guys.
GG.
That was a
GG's.
really fun session.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
Socials, Instagram, Blue Sky, and TikTok. We'd love to connect with you. Join up on that Discord server, and we will see you next time on Side 21. Have a wonderful night.